Is it? Okay.
Welcome, Broncos Country, to another fun episode with the Broncos Bros, a special episode. We're going to be having a special guest, a well-respected voice of the Denver Broncos. I'm so excited to share him with you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on a Friday night. But first, before we kick off things, do you even Broncos, bro? It's
No.
good.
Touchdowns and tackles, our spirits are high. From the mile-high cheers, we reach for the sky. Analyze instead, every week we grind. Passions in our hearts, leave no fan behind. The heart of the game, let's make it clear. Do you even Broncos, bro? You know we here. Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos Bros on the mic, let the whole world know.
Let's go. A Friday night
Let's go,
show,
baby. Broncos Bros on a Friday night. Man, you guys got the double dose this week. Shoot.
So today we are joined by, he's the most respected voices who cover the Denver Broncos, beat reporter of Mile High Sports, host of Locked On Broncos and Orange Crush Pod. You know him, you love him, Cody Roark. But let's give that man a drum roll intro, please.
Drum roll intro coming, because we got us a major media on the pod today. Drum roll move because we added sound.
Yeah, there he is.
What's up,
everybody? Broncos Bros tonight.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, Cody? Thank you for joining us tonight, my guy.
Yeah, no problem, man. Nice Oregon Ducks jersey you got, my man.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know how we do over here, bro.
I'm excited. Tomorrow's a big game.
Yeah, it is, bro. Speaking of that, Oregon or Indiana, we already know. We're gonna get there.
Go Ducks. Go Ducks.
That's easy. But bro, I just wanted to commend you for the job you do covering the Denver Broncos, bro. We want to show you love. We appreciate you so much, bro. What you do.
Thank you.
People aren't aware, I don't think, the dedication, the time, the sacrifice, even away from your family sometimes, of doing the job that you do, bro. You're all over the place, like we were just talking about the behind the scenes, bro. So I'm glad you're the best, though. Yeah,
no, hey, I appreciate it. No, it's I mean, I try to do a lot just because, you know, you want to be able to just continue to expand. I did a lot of this kind of as a side hustle before I ever got into the sports media world. Like I did it as a side hustle for 6 years before it ever became a full-time gig for me. So it was just a lot of patience and a lot of just you know, going through moments where you questioned yourself whether or not you could do it. And it's tough in today's world. But, I mean, you stick with it. You make good content. You make stuff that people resonate with. You engage with people. I mean, honestly, that's the key. It gets a little hard sometimes to do all that. Sometimes, you know, your mental battery, it gets drained pretty easily, especially when you're creating content all day. For me now, I do so much right now. Like on Mondays, you know, I have a job at Mile High Sports. I'm a full-time employee there. So for me, it's like, that's my full-time gig. I've been doing Locked On for 8 years. And so it's just doing all that stuff daily and all the stuff that you got to do in between all that, the writing. It's crazy. I never ever thought I was going to be where I'm at today, but no, I always enjoy being able to jump on and chat with anyone who's always, you know, kind of doing stuff that they love as well. I think that's always important. As long as you're doing something you love, that, you know, hey, you're not working a day in your life.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. And just a question too. You know, you said you did this as a side hustle, but I wanted to transition to the question of who did you lean on when you first got started as a mentor, bro? Like getting into this business.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know, it was the first person who I ever kind of like reached out to, who's just kind of always like a mentor in a sense. Mike Kliss.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Mike was, you know, I was
Kliss.
this guy who was living in Grand Junction, Colorado. I was living about 3.5 hours away from Denver. but then I'd get like a summer training camp credential, and it's just like a couple of days just because, I'm nobody at that point. Going out there, talking to a guy like Mike. Mike's super helpful. One of the nicest, funniest guys I think you'll ever meet. If you ever get to meet him in person, he's such a nice dude. So I owe a lot to like kind of, Mike being one of those guys. Ryan Edwards, another guy. Ryan has always been fantastic with me from day one. There's just some genuinely really good people out there. And it depends on what you want to do, right? Like, radio is obviously an element there. There's the writing, the reporting aspect. There's the digital content side of it. It's just there's so many different avenues you can get involved with. But, Mike was always one of those guys that, I'd ask questions, but try not to ask too many questions in a sense. But no, Mike is great. Now I get to see Mike every single day. I definitely look up to Mike in a lot of ways. He's definitely helped out quite a bit.
It feels good when it comes full circle, right, bro? Like you put in the work, he mentored you, now you get to see him every day, and he gets to kind of see his loins, that he put into you to, so I like it.
Well, he and I technically, obviously he's with 9 News. So like Locked On got acquired. They got purchased by Tegna, and Tegna obviously has 9 News in their market. So, there could be something in the future where Mike and I are doing something together. That's the hope. But, he's got the Cliss Drop podcast. He's fantastic. He always has some funny one-liners there. But I don't think there's anybody busier than Mike himself. So once that's clears up a little bit, maybe Mike and I'll be doing some stuff in the future.
Oh yeah, I'll be looking forward to that, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely be making magic.
Looking forward to that.
So I know
if you hear any noise, it's just my dog right now. I'm trying to tire him out so he can go to sleep.
But this is a family show. We ain't strict over here, bro. We just laid back over here, bro.
Perfect.
So I know you talked about Grand Canyon kind of thing, but I saw some Riley Moss and some highlights. I don't know.
This is a little mixtape, huh?
This is Cody right here in his uniform number 18.
You're pulling the archives out there, man. Yeah, I played cornerback. I played cornerback my entire career. I had a pretty good career. I'll say that. You can always look at some fun highlights. Got a handful of interceptions in my days, and really good really good special teams player. But I ironically enough, like football, that's kind of all I know. Like I'll admit, like for me, I put my whole identity in football. When I was in high school, coming out of high school, that was my entire life, right? And so, playing football in 2015, I tore my ACL. Where this, like 2 weeks after this photo was taken, like we were in Colorado ready to play a team here. But I tore my ACL in Denver. Ironically, we were playing against Metro State. I tore my ACL at Shea Stadium in Highlands Ranch. And from that point forward, I just kind of like, how do I go about, like, I love football. I'm not coming back from an ACL. Like, how do I still kind of do something that keeps me around the game? And so that's when I picked up a microphone. I was like, I call into sports radio all the time and I talk Broncos and I talk football all the time with my friends. Why don't I just start making content? And that's like, this was 2015. So this is about 10 years ago. Podcasting was somewhat of a thing, but it wasn't necessarily as big of a thing as it is now. So I feel like I kind of got in at a fortunate time, but connected really well with my man, Nick Ferguson. Nick was one of the, when I did a podcast early on, Nick was one of the first guests and we talked a lot. We did like a couple hour-long episodes talking about CTE, the movie Concussion when that was coming out. There was just so many different things that we kind of went about there. And Nick and I are obviously very close here to this day. I get to see him all the time. But that was really it for me. I didn't know anything else but football. And so obviously, like, I played it, I coached it. And even while I was doing this as a side hustle, I was coaching. I was a teacher at one point, so it was kind of like this, just working my way up and just trying to get better, perfect my craft, be good at something to just try to keep the love that I have for like the game of football. It's kind of sad though, I admit sometimes, because I look at it and it's like, you don't want to put your whole identity in something, because if that thing gets taken away from you, then like, what do you have? Right. So, fortunate for me, I was able to like make something out of it. But I look at it now and like hindsight, I'm like, shoot, I'm lucky that I'm where I'm at right now, because I can't imagine doing anything else, outside of that. I'd probably still be teaching if that's the case, or coaching, which I miss, but I just don't have the time to coach these days. But man, I miss the game. I love football, and I'd say the one thing that I really like to do, and obviously I know you guys have a bunch of comments. I'll stop rambling here, but I love being able to connect with the players. You know, someone who played and coached the game. Like I approach it a little bit differently. There are a lot of people in media who have played, but there are a lot of people that haven't played as well that don't understand. So I always try to, when I do film breakdowns, I always want to teach people the game, the X's and O's, the basic terminology. Just because it's like if you can go into, you know, you're watching a game on Sunday. You see something, they show a replay, like, oh, wait, that's nickel personnel. That's 5 DBs. Oh, they're in dime. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like just those little things, because as you probably see on social media all the time, there's a lot of negativity and just toxicity and arrogance out there. And a lot of people sometimes that aren't actually knowing what they're talking about when it comes to the sport itself. So if I could just try to like teach the game and do it at an easy way, like an elementary level. Cause I mean, I love Tim Jenkins. That's my guy. But sometimes Tim Jenkins is throwing out passing concepts. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that even means. I'm trying to dumb it down a little bit. Tim's great. Tim's my guy.
He's very good at what he does.
He does break it down a lot more in depth, but dude, that's awesome you say that. And what a tremendous story you have, you know, and how it all came to fruition with your AC.
Yeah, bro. I've learned a lot. I mean, you were probably one of my first.
Hey, are you just gonna overtalk me, bud?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
You can quit fangirling, okay?
I'm sorry. You go ahead, Jorge. I apologize.
This is the Broncos Bros, Cody. You'll understand. We're like this.
At the end of the day, I'm like I say, you know, I might have like a solid social media phone. I'm just a normal human being like everybody else. I promise you. I'm not that interesting in real life. I'm just a simple man that likes to, like, I go to the store, I go in and out, and I'm like trying to get in and out. I'm not trying to interact with, you know, I'm just simple, like low key to myself guy. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. But yeah, no, I was just saying that, you know, it was all meant to be, you know, going through the ACL injury, not knowing how you're going to keep football in your life. It resonates a lot with me. Like I tore mine playing flag football after I was done playing tackle. So I had to keep that in my life. And then I tore it playing flag, and then I stopped playing and I coached. I coached for 5-6 years in North Metro for the Jags. So I did that, and that was fun. But now we're doing this as the Broncos Bros, and this is something we love. And I just want to, you know, reiterate the humbleness and that we're doing the same thing. We're just doing something we love. And I like to spread my knowledge about the game of football as simple as I can as well. You know, talk about X's and O's and just try to be relatable with the people. So hats off to you for being a major media guy, but still being a humble, normal human being to us.
I try, man. I try. I'm like I said, I'm not perfect. There's times where I like social media. I feel like sometimes it could just bring out like the worst of us at times. Like there's times where like I can come across as a total a-hole, or, you know, and there's times like I may be having a really bad day and like I may misread something and just respond the wrong way. And it's like I always think about it like afterwards. I'm like, man, I just like if social media is getting me to react this way, I just need to take a little bit of a breather, man. That's just how it is. I mean, we're all human, but
it's a good.
I'm always striving to just be better, and I'm far from perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure. We all are, and that's as long as we can admit it. You know, we're in our piece of just trying to make good content for the people. You know. And it's awesome to get to be with the fans and the players and the organization. But I do want to get into a few comments before we get into some more topics. Yes. We know you're on a very timely schedule, so I'll stay here.
I'm on baby watch
Robert
here.
Myrick. Yes, sir. Gotta be on dad duty. He said, "Wow, Cody Roark, what's good, man? Love your content. Welcome to the Orange and Blue Network. Thanks for joining us,
Robert. Thank you."
Absolutely. Jay Weaver reposted. That's Jay Weaver's our Tuesday guy with Johnny. Said content with you and your wife so relatable. Love it. You're a Broncos legend.
Appreciate it, Jay. Absolutely. Thank you so much, my man.
He said Bronco Rob here. He's commenting from Robert. Said he's a big fan of Locked On as well.
Every day he's crazy. What's
Tim
up,
Dog? That's my brother Tim. He's cool. You see him on the TikTok.
What's up, bro?
He's been on the network a couple times, just the one time, but at the pregame, we did the pregame for the week.
Perfect.
He's who I talk ball with all the time for the last 20 years. So that's my brother. He said, Robert had a question. What's a piece of advice you can give the guys here, all of us at the Orange and Blue Network?
Well, shoot. I mean, it just depends on what type of advice you're looking for. I mean, there's so many different avenues like you could go with this.
Right.
I mean,
Let's
from
say
like
for us, what advice would you give us to continue being our most natural selves, but trying to grow in an exponential way to the media? Like, how can we push ourselves out in a more, because we're reaching out, we're getting guests. Like we had Cody Latimer on, we're working our way. But what advice would you give us to try to take the next jump to be more exposed?
Yeah, I would say learn new skill sets. I feel like, I mean, growing up, a lot of the times they always said like you had to have a journalism degree to get into media. I don't have a journalism degree at all. I mean, I have a sports management degree and a master in education degree, like education. I'm not using my degrees at all in my career path, right? I think it's just about being able to learn new skills. Like before I ever got into doing what I'm doing now, like I had to teach myself how to edit podcasts, audio, how to cut stuff and how to cut video and edit that. And now it's to the point where it's like, I've kind of mastered that to where I can do it fast and effectively, but then it's like, then I had to learn how to create graphics. I had to learn about YouTube, optimization, SEO, title description, tags. Like there's so much like background behind it. And then on top of that, social media. I feel like everyone's doing social media. So that's obviously a great point. But try to figure out what is it that people engage with, right? And I feel like in today's world, it's so hard because all we see now, AI has taken over a lot, and a lot of AI is really clickbait in a sense. Like there's clickbait, YouTube videos and whatnot, and it really does impact, I think, creators in a sense because you have computerized algorithms that are really kind of just impacting things to get views that really kind of push down real and authentic content. I would just say learn how to do all those things. If you can master writing, video, audio, and all that stuff, social media, you're in a good spot. And you're never going to stop learning. Like you're going to learn something new almost every year that you kind of evolve and keep going. I'll say like for me, I'm still doing that now. I think I'm trying to, at this point in time, trying to evolve better on like, how can I be super efficient with my time with all the things that I have to do, right? And part of that's just like, dude, take a break. Take like a 20-minute break, recalibrate. But I would say like do all that stuff. You guys are already making content, and I think the more confident you get in doing that, and I see a question in there about like rewatching your shows to get better at your craft. I have done the same thing. Like I will go back sometimes when I'm having like they say writer's block in a sense in the writing world. Like sometimes you just feel like, I talk on camera every day. How can I get better? Like, do I need to do anything flashy? And that's always the challenge. And then I go back to the first episode I ever did. I'm like, wow, okay, I've come a long way. So it's really about being able to evaluate like what can you improve on? And my wife has now jumped into this media stuff, like not what I'm doing. She's just doing fun media stuff.
That's cool.
She doesn't like my critiques. Awesome. I was like, you say too much, and she does not like that. So she's conscious. Like, these are just like these little things that we pick up. Because my first ever episode I did, every other word I probably said right. And I think that's just developing confidence while talking and trying to figure out like what you're talking about. That's why I always try to tell people like this is fun, like all of this, because you have conversation that can flow back and forth. If it's just you by yourself, how do you talk for 30 minutes? I used to do that a lot. So I'm a big believer in like, unless it's like something like this, I'm a huge believer. Like if you watch Locked On, we are very structured in a sense, just because we have obligations to advertisers that we must fulfill. And on top of that, like we want people to be able to tune in and, there's so much like craziness. It's like, hey, we want to be the place where people can come and get everything they need to know without any like just rambling or anything like that. You want to know what's going on with the Broncos? Okay, bang. You can watch this and you can know in 30 minutes or less. But I think it's just different. Like my best advice would be like, figure out where you want to stand out, right? Like what you want to do, because at the end of the day, the number one thing you have to do is just be yourself. And I can already tell like you guys have fun with it. Like you have the brotherly banter between each other like that. That makes people like, it relates to people because like we did that growing up. Like we went to school after a Sunday and like, it's like we'd banter about sports. Just be authentic, just be you. Like that's the thing. Like people, there's a lot of people out there, like I've been a part of some shows and some places in the past that wanted me to be something that I'm not. And I just like, I can't do it. I can't be a hot take, clickbait. I just can't do it. It doesn't sit well with me. I just, for some reason, that's like my non-negotiable. But it's not, I mean, if that's for somebody out there, so be it, like lean into it. But, just for me, I just can't do it.
That's
fair. Oh, yeah. No, hey, we appreciate that insight, and that is the best advice that anybody could hear. So we appreciate those words. And I'd say Shy Vargas just says, love your content, Cody. He's part of the network. He has get shiped. He's our hype man before the game. So we'll get back into some content while we still got you. Go ahead and
absolutely
read on, Dak.
Oh yeah, well we got the Top Gun, Bo Nix.
Top Gun in the house.
But
that's legit.
The question I want to ask you, Cody, is I know we watch Locked On Broncos, but I feel like a lot of people are still wondering if this is a trap game. Here's my thing, though. I know the narrative, the track record, I guess, that the Broncos have had is they beat teams that they're supposed to, and they hadn't they weren't able, I guess, to beat the teams that were better or level, competition wise. But I feel like they'll beat the Jets. They're not going to play down to their level of competition. All gas pedal. You know what I mean?
That's what you want to see. I mean, that's what they should do essentially. And I just know, like, being around the guys in the locker room, I can tell you this is probably the most mature locker room that I've been around in my time covering Denver. And I was here, like, when they had guys like Justin Simmons. They had mature guys in that locker room here. But this is just I think this is a locker room culture that's bought in. It's like no BS.
Collective.
Like, guys have each other's backs. Like, I'll tell you this, like, for as much as we consume social media stuff and we see all the stuff, these guys, they don't pay too much attention to what, like, social media is saying. They don't pay too much attention to, like, what we're saying. But they always have, like, they'll have friends and family that read things that us in the media write or shows or things that we say. And, like, that's how they find out. But a lot of times, like, these players really try to eliminate a lot of their distractions that they certainly have. So I think just being around these guys and knowing what this locker room is like, I feel like they're going to come out and be full pedal. I don't think they're going to kind of let up at all because they have seen, like, how good they can be, right? And this goes back to last year, almost beating KC and Arrowhead, where they really should have won. They felt like they should have had a better chance against the Buffalo Bills, but that's just young and inexperienced. And so they're very much locked in. But I always think, like, as our job in the media, it's like, hey, you just beat a really good Eagles team that is now struggling. My goodness, the Giants game, don't even get me started on that one. We'll talk about that at some point. But you can't have a letdown after a big win like that. I think that's what the trap is.
Yeah. I would
agree.
I would say, do you think too, like, with Philadelphia, bro, like, I don't even, me and George were talking about this earlier, like, people are saying that it's not as much of an intriguing win.
Golly.
Like, that's, you know what I mean? I don't agree with that notion, honestly. Like,
it's a great win.
Yeah, if you beat a 4-0 team that had just came off a Super Bowl dominant beatdown of the previous dynasty that was supposed to be of part, that is a good win in all the books. We can't control what happens after they panic and melt down from losing, and we started their fall.
It's a short week too for them,
and it's a short week. Yeah, turn around.
No Jalen Carter. No Quinyon Mitchell.
Divisional
hurting a little bit. Divisional games are always the hardest. So
I will say the Giants, though,
coming up.
The Giants are a good team. I'll say that. Like, their record doesn't indicate it, but that's because that's what their record initially was with Russell Wilson there. They looked rough with Russ. With Jackson Dart, they have swagger. They have a quarterback who, his read's not there. He's fast. He's athletic. He plays with juice. He and Scatabo, those guys are crazy together. And then what keeps them afloat is how damn good their defense is.
Defense is great.
I'm more worried about next week's game, to be honest with you, than I am the Jets game, just because the Giants, they're going to be well rested coming off of a big victory for them. Denver's going to be coming off of a London game where jet lag, coming back. I mean, it's tough to come back when you've been overseas for an entire week and you're just in a different time zone and routine. So to me, that's the thing next week is like this is a Giants team that's way better than their record indicates. So some people you have the people saying, "Oh, this win for the Broncos didn't mean much against the Eagles because the Giants beat them." The Giants, like I said, they're a pretty good team. They beat the Chargers, who were undefeated at the time when they faced off against them. And Jackson Dart got his first start in that game. So they're really rallying behind that QB right now.
They have similar opponents as us faced so far, and like we play the division, obviously. So we play the NFC East, but so far, by the time we played them, we have very similar opponents, and they're coming off a confidence boost of, hey, this team barely beat the Eagles, and we just beat the brakes off of them. They're going to come in with some vengeance. They're going to come to play, and they're going to come to spoil our Memorial Night. And I just hope we don't let it happen, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'll say that's the game I'm honestly a little worried about just because I know it's going to be tougher than most people think. Like there's going to be a lot of people I think are going to be like, oh yeah, like the Broncos next 5 games, they should coast. It's like, I think the Giants game's going to be the toughest one for them.
It's
another question, Cody. Who's disappointed you this far on this Broncos roster, and who's kind of surprised you? I guess two question.
Ooh, that's a good one. Disappointment so far. I mean, I would have to say Dre Greenlaw, and it has nothing to do with Dre himself, right? I think the disappointing thing is that we just haven't been able to see him yet. Like I've seen him at practice when he has played, in training camp, and I'll tell you this: I'm disappointed that Broncos fans don't get to see what we have seen so far, like what Sean Payton has seen. Like this dude, he's a thumper, he's a tone setter, and at that position, right? Like we've seen the Broncos play. Yes, the last 10 years, we've seen the Broncos struggle to find a linebacker that's kind of been able to replace what Brandon Marshall and Danny Trevathan able to do. Dre Greenlaw is better than both of those guys in terms of what he's able to do. And the issue is just I've been disappointed we haven't been able to see that just yet, right? So it's not necessarily my disappointment in Dre. I'm more disappointed that in just the circumstances surrounding him. But hopefully he can return next week. But like I said, we're not, when it comes to him, just not going to count our chickens before they hatch. Who's been a surprise? That's a good question. I would say I'm a little surprised at how quickly J.K. Dobbins has taken the mantle as being one of these voices in the locker room that this team loves. Like J.K. came in on the last day and a half of mandatory minicamp when we're out there. We're seeing him he's not doing any team drills. He's off on the side field conditioning with the trainers, getting used to the altitude. And I was like, all right, I'm curious to see who's going to start at running back, day one of the season. JK earned that pretty quickly. And I think a lot of people were shocked just because they're like, well, we didn't really get to see him in the preseason. That's by design there. That's him just trying to get acclimated. He has been such a terrific surprise. Fun guy to be around in the locker room, has a great personality, but is a leader that these players in the locker room, they listen, they gravitate towards. And look, some people are think he's old. He's been in the NFL for a little bit of time. He's only 26. He's still young by that standard. But I've been surprised by JK. It's been a nice surprise. He's been, I think, a key catalyst to the success and kind of a little bit of this turnaround in the run game.
That running back room kind of reminds me, it's not a one-for-one comparison, but similarities. When Alvin Kamara was in his rookie season and Ingram was, got that 1,000-yard rushing yards. This room reminds me similar of that pass back then when Sean Payton was with New Orleans. Kind of.
J.K. Dobbins got to play with Mark Ingram in Baltimore, so they got and he's a mentor. He's not going to pull a Joe Flacco and say it's not my job to mentor the young guy. He and R.J. Harvey and Tyler Bidet and Jalil, these guys are so close in that room. It's nice to see.
Yeah, no, thank you, Cody.
Ollie's got thoughts on that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome.
We appreciate that.
D-Rock says, Roark.
D-Rock, my man.
I have to say, humble, he said. That's awesome. Man.
We have, do you want to join us in a quick segment?
Sure.
We usually do a 2-minute drill and we give a topic and each side gets an opportunity to prove their case.
Okay.
Being that there's 3 of us, it's 40 seconds each.
Easy.
And then we'll call it quits. We'll call it for the episode. We appreciate you already. So
easy money, my man.
I do want to get some real quick predictions, all right? Because I know you guys are Oregon fans. So we'll go college here. So Oregon Indiana. What are you thinking?
What's the score? Over or under?
Ooh, I think it'll be over 53.5.
Okay.
I think this could be a 35-32 ball game
Ooh, nice.
at Autzen.
I'm
With
potentially
Oregon on top.
Yes, of course,
Okay.
absolutely.
I know. I just go.
Are the Broncos colors orange and blue? Like, what are we doing? This one real quick.
Of course, I got to throw it out there because it's Red River Week, and it's always horns down over here. You know,
Mateer's back. Mateer's back for this game.
Mateer was upgraded to probable 2 days ago, and I believe he's going to play. And I am so excited that he gets to go put the show on against Arch Manning and go get that Heisman Trophy back.
Real quick, you guys want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
All right. So obviously this rivalry is big because you have a lot of Texas guys in the Broncos locker room, a lot of Oklahoma guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Right,
we've been there at times where they're playing, like they have a Saturday practice and we're in the locker room, the games are on. It is the funniest thing to be in there. These guys are talking just reckless to each other. The Oklahoma versus Texas guys. They're sitting
me a little video.
It's incredible. Honestly, it's when the college games are on and we're in the locker room and these guys are all watching. It's the best thing. Like the college football playoffs last year, we had open locker room. The games are on and there's guys just freaking out. Like the other week, I think it was Wake Forest versus Georgia Tech. Sternad, obviously, is a Wake Forest guy.
Yeah.
They lose and everyone's clowning Justin in the locker room. It's great.
Dude, you love to hear that because it sounds like our team, you know, they're actually bros, you know, they're hanging out as guys. They're actually getting that bond. So that's awesome to hear about.
Even if it's
I'd love to hear the stories about, you know, Brandon Jones and Nick Bonito chirping, you know, because those are
you got to work.
Malcolm
Roach and Marvin.
Okay. Malcolm and Marvin. I like that.
It's hilarious.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, I got Oklahoma winning.
Yep.
What do you got? What do you got?
What do you think?
Any predictions for this game?
I think. Look, I don't know what's up with Arch this year. It looks like he changed some of his throwing mechanics in the offseason. He doesn't look like a confident thrower the way he did last year. Oklahoma's going to win this one.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Boomer.
Yeah, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from Cody Roark, Oklahoma.
I'll give a quick shout out to Tim Dog. He got tickets tonight, and we're going to the CU game tomorrow afternoon. So
enjoy.
Yes, sir. Iowa State. I will enjoy. Well, let's get into this 2-minute drill so we can let you go. I know we're taking up your time. So
you guys are good.
We appreciate you.
I'm bringing it up to the stage. Okay. I got the ticker now. You want to hit the media? Let's go.
I hit the wrong one. Oh.
Welcome to the 2-minute drill, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it gets excited once you get to the stage every time. All good. So, Cody, our 2-minute drill question, since we just touched on college football, is which conference is the better conference, the Big Ten or the SEC? And who cares what George says? Who cares?
Ooh.
What you want, bro?
I mean, the SEC has kind of always been like the perceived, you know, blue collar, blue chip prospects. Of course, I think you got like the schools like Georgia that got it. You know, it used to be Alabama. They're kind of the jury's still out on them. Obviously, you still have talented players. I think the Big Ten's getting a lot better. You look at just the vast majority of guys that go on to play in the NFL. Like everyone's going to always focus on SEC, but the Big Ten's got some absolute dogs to it. Oregon's becoming one of those perennial powerhouses. I'm going to go with the Big Ten on this one.
Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely. There you go. Take that.
I love it.
That's a great take. Go ahead, Zach.
Me 40 seconds, bro. I mean, it's going to be quick. I'll get the touchdown right away. Anyways, I feel like the Big Ten, like Cody alluded to, it's changing. The tides are shifting. Give me the Big Ten. Last year, Ohio State was the champion for the Big Ten. Oregon got blown out. But this season, Oregon Ducks will be your national champion. They have the dogs.
I love it.
prove it. They are loaded with talent, defense, offense, you name it, special teams if you want to throw that in there. Yeah, Big Ten.
Hot take, national champions.
I
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll see
I'm
that
with you.
clip. We'll see that clip around the
Yeah.
medias. That is great. That is great.
All right,
All
George,
right.
let me know when you're ready to
I'm ready.
give your BS take on the SEC, but we'll wait.
You'll
You ready?
understand. I'm always ready. Let's go.
All right.
All right. So while I can say I agree, you guys are leaning in the right direction, and that the Big Ten is coming up where overall the performances between the conference as a group have been far superior than a lot of the SEC performance, even in the playoffs last year. Big Ten had a whole winning weekend where SEC went 1-7, I think, on the week. So that is a great point to make. But I would still make the case for the heavy argument of the SEC being the powerhouse that it is, just because of how many schools they do have that are coming for you in the rankings. And they added Oklahoma, baby, and we got John Mateer. That's all you need to know.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
We're going to have another Heisman. We got QBU. And we're going to have another starter in the NFL next year.
Stop the charade, bro.
And you're going to lose to us in the national championship. So
Please don't listen to this con.
I'll never forget the Oklahoma versus Georgia when Baker Mayfield was there, man. That was such a damn good game.
What a game, dude. Those were just the moments. Like, those are the moments you live for. And you guys have them too. I mean, you guys have plenty of big moments like that. So the competition is very – it's very equalizing, right? Like, just because of the conference name, when those two teams see each other, you know that the best of the best are on the field. And that's what it comes down to. So,
hey, do you think Dan Lanning will be like Coach Saban, bro? Real quick before we go. Do you feel like his what's the word I'm looking for? Like his
aura,
yeah, like
yeah.
You know,
I feel like, I mean, he comes from the Nick Saban coaching tree. I mean, ironically enough, both coaches facing off tomorrow. Cignetti in Indiana and Lanning, they were on Saban's staff at one point. But I think the way that Lanning does, like, if you ever watch the Ducks versus them, you could see easily like how great it is. Yeah, how great of a leader he is and how he knows how to tap into like being able to draw motivation out. Like I talk to guys like Troy Franklin in the locker room, Alex Forsythe, and they're like, that guy could motivate you to eat a sandwich, you know? And I just see, and he backs it up though. Like that's the thing with Lanning. Lanning's not saying outlandish things just to say them. Like Lanning is attacking it like with a real like purpose. Like, hey, this is our theme of the week. There's going to be a moment in this game where we're going to go back and we're going to say like, we were already prepared for this. And the way that this dude has this team prepared, I'm excited. Big test because look, Oregon's coming off the bye. Like I felt like that hurt them negatively last year in the playoffs when they played off obviously against Ohio State. When you have all this downtime, sometimes what do they say? Like idle time is like something about what is it? Like the devil's playground.
Yep.
So it's like, exactly. You don't want that.
Dante
You're playing with fire. You'd rather stay on your game, you know, when they got that momentum, you know, that's always been the cursed bye week in the playoffs, right? Like when the 1 and 2 seed used to get the bye week, you would see that wild card team every year come in and beat one of those teams because they keep
in my opinion, abolish the first round bye. Let everybody just keep playing. I think it's better for the sport and the product. Just keep playing.
Yeah. Just keep playing. That I agree. And I would go back on your takes. Dan Lanning's a heck of a coach. That's a dude like Dan Campbell, right? That's the vibes I get from him. He'll run through a wall for
comparison. I like that.
I don't think he'll ever leave the college. I think he'll stay at Oregon for as long as he can. I don't think he'll ever he doesn't seem like the type of guy to up and leave, which is great.
I think he's content. He's super content with what he's doing and the fact that he's trying to make it a compete. He wants to compete every year. He's turning that roster over and he's trying to compete every season. So you guys definitely got you a good one. And I'll say everybody slept on Brent Venables and look at him turning this defense around, leading in 6 categories in the nation.
Lincoln Riley.
Don't sleep on.
You're saying that
Lincoln Riley, we made him. But hey, and on that note, shout out the real USC Trojans.
Man, I hate USC.
Oh, absolutely.
This was fun, bro.
That's who they left us for. Come on.
I used to watch obviously USC like blow out like the Ducks, you know, when I was at high school and middle school, just because they always had like great quarterbacks. They had the most elite wide receivers in the country, and it's like, you know, we had to deal with like injuries to Dennis Dixon, and you know, you just have like we still in laptops and all that nonsense.
Yeah,
come on, man. But then it was really like Kenyon Barner, Marcus Mariota, and those guys that kind of just really turned things around. And all of a sudden, it's like, hey, Oregon's the big dog now, which was fantastic.
Remember LeGarrette Blount, bro?
Oh my gosh, the Boise State punch, man! I'll tell you this: LeGarrette Blount is a funny dude. Like, so this was like right after I was, you know, done with high school. We're at the University of Oregon, just walking around, you know, just partying, being stupid, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you see LeGarrette Blount walking by. He's got a boombox on his shoulder. And he goes, "Party's this way. Follow LG." And I was like, "We didn't do it. We weren't cool enough to go with LG at that point." But he was the big man on campus, man. It was really cool to see.
That's awesome, cool, bro. That's such a cool story.
Thank you so much, Cody. This was fun, bro. This was surreal.
We appreciate you so much for being here, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, I appreciate you guys for reaching out. Sorry I couldn't make it happen on Monday. Mondays are so crazy for me, but glad that you guys were able to make today work, and happy to jump on and talk with you guys and talk with obviously your audience.
Yeah, bro. Thank you so much. And
now the fans know that you Broncos Bro, all right?
Do you even Broncos Bro? Come on,
Broncos Bro. Come on. Exactly. You got the new slogan. We can say it freely. You know, shout us out. But
I love that.
We heard that. Thank you. That's a good one. Dad was saying though that you know, obviously you're a reporter, so you'll be at the game for the Giants, and we'll also be there. So, be a pleasure to actually meet you in person, and you know, maybe check in and pop in on you if you get some free time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I typically try to get to the stadium 4 hours before kickoff. Yeah, so yeah, let's meet up. Like we'll meet up like in front of the North Tunnel or like one of the lots, like near Lot I or J or something like that. We'll be happy to catch up with you guys before I go in for sure.
We appreciate you, Cody. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
no
much,
problem.
And much love.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Shout out to your wife. She's doing. I love it. I love the content on Twitter. It's fun to watch, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out you guys. Shout out your wife and your baby right there. Ollie, is that what it was?
Ollie boy, yeah.
Hey, Ollie. Hey, that's a cutie. Yeah. What kind of dog?
He's a little grouchy tonight, but he's about to go down for the night. Puppies are tough. Dude, I've been.
They're just as hard as
I'm
kids,
all bitten.
Worse.
Yeah, I got bites all over. Yeah, he got my nose earlier on the nose.
That's always the spot for them.
You're gonna look like Nelly this weekend. You're gonna have to throw a little bandage.
Yeah, put the.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Awesome. Hey, much love. We really appreciate you. We might stick on if you want to stick around, but we're gonna let Cody get out of here and put his baby to sleep. And we really appreciate you joining us tonight. It was a great time. Tim Dog said great show.
Happy Friday. Appreciate you guys, and catch you next week.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. We'll catch you next week.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos. London.
Good night, bro.
Man, Cody Roark. What a freaking.
I'm sorry. Oh, now that he's gone, now that you know everyone's
now that the
I'm sorry for talking over you, dude. It was lagging on my end, dude. So I apologize.
I was being a dickhead.
You made a fuss about it in front of our guest.
I was like, bro, shut the fuck up.
No, dude. Honestly,
no, it's a family show. Sorry.
It was lagging, so I apologize, bro.
Oh, I wasn't offended. I was like,
you were.
I'm talking.
Not the charade.
No, I never offended. I just had to put it in the place, all right? Offense means it has to hurt. There's no hurt. No, it was good. I thought it was actually really cool because Cody kind of got to see the banter, you know. Yeah, so see the realness. You got to see the realness.
Yep.
Yeah, so, dude, that was a great
good,
time,
bro. He gave us some great insight.
It's super cool to have somebody that has been in it so long. Like you could see how far well developed he is for media and like the way he talks. and how he's able to present his information.
Too smooth, huh?
Dude, he's freaking
fumbling
awesome.
with my words like I'm freaking Mark Sanchez. Like, the butt fumble. So.
You're getting assault charges now, bud?
Oh, dude, that's tough. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh.
I hope to get to that point, work. It just takes work, So
Hey, we will get to that point. We just started in June. We just started in June, man.
That's crazy, huh?
4 months in. Not even 4 months in. So we're going to get there, no doubt.
Right.
But, dude, what a freaking guest. That was a great time.
It was amazing, though.
We love that. We love that. I didn't get to get my freaking shots in, though. I was definitely going to pick Indiana over Oregon this week.
You're a dumbass. Don't listen to him, ladies and gentlemen.
It's this one's for class.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about him too with that matchup, dude.
I was too. I told him the other day. I was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to trash talk Dak a little. It's Oregon week."
What did he say?
He said, "Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see." Cody's not much of the trash talking. He's a godly man these days.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna bring up the schedule, bro, so we can do our next segment. Since I feel like it's been so long that we've gotten to do the
Yeah, we haven't got to do a lot of stuff for you guys. What the fuck?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pick our dark horse teams of who is going to pull off an upset. So I would have picked Giants short week, but they already did that for us. They already did that for us, bro. Like, shoot. So check this out, bro. We got Jets, Broncos. That's Jaguars, Seahawks. No, dude. I'm looking at it. Can you see it pretty good, George? For the
most part? I can see it.
Okay.
We're all good here. My eyes work. I got that 20/20, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like it.
Ooh, I see a couple.
I'm gonna go with my dark horse. They're at home. I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like Washington is favored, right? They are favored. I think I looked at the spread last. I feel like the Bears are gonna win, dude. That could be my that looks like an intriguing one.
Your Bears upset of the week. Okay, I like that.
I like the Bears as the upset of the week. I really like Caleb Williams, bro. Jaden Daniels. Woo!
Go ahead. Talk about it.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, bro. Picks 1 versus 2, bro. Like, that's box office. You really want to see these guys be successful in the league, in my opinion. Last season the Caleb Williams lost because of a Hail Mary from Jaden Daniels. I'm trying to play
revenge game.
Revenge game. Bro. So give me the Bears in this one, bro. Yeah, that's gonna be my dark.
Yeah, dude. That's a great pick. So when I'm looking here, and man, I see a couple things.
Carolina.
Now, I'm looking there, but I'm kind of staying away. I'm kind of going on the trend here.
Okay.
It's a risky trend, all right? This might be a little bit of a long shot. But give me Joe Flacco. And the Bengals beating the Green Bay Packers, and the Packers go 0-2 against the AFC North. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be so crazy. I'm saying he's gonna have some weapons around him that he ain't seen. And, I'm just saying, that's an interesting. Thing.
I'm in freaking tears, bro. I'm in tears.
My other one was Cleveland. You scroll up a little, they're playing Pittsburgh. So, but that's not as intriguing as that right there.
So
you're going Joe Flacco. I'm going Joe Flacco. Bengals are beating the Packers this weekend. They're getting back. They're getting back just for Flacco. Just for Flacco.
Real quick, George, dude, I'm in tears, but I was in Nick Ferguson's mentions, bro, today.
Yeah.
Because he I had reposted something and it was talking. He was on a pod today of some gentleman talking about how, Joe Flacco with the Bengals or whatever. But I took the I posted on it and was like, Joe Flacco has as good of a chance to win in Cincinnati at all, like Cap did when he was with Cap from Any Given Sunday from the Miami Sharks. Like, that's as good as a chance that freaking Joe Flacco has to win, bro. And
I'll put $1 on it, on FanDuel.
Nick Ferguson quoted it, dude, and posted William Beeman. You know how he's at the pool.
Yeah.
I'll send you the post, dude. I'll send you the whole thread.
Yeah,
It was
dude, that's
funny,
awesome.
bro. I was in tears.
That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, bro, I loved it. It was funny shit, dude.
What the hell?
Colorado
CSU
State University.
28-7. Who are they playing? Nobody cares about that.
Who?
Give us more context. Give me some more context, all right? Oh, why not? We didn't talk about that at all. Coming out of left field, all right? Shy, what do you think about the Eagles game last night? I was actually very impressed with how well the Giants were able to maintain their composure, even when Philly hit them in the mouth a couple times.
Yeah.
Like, they got up early, but, Philly came down and scored. Dude, Jackson Dart's a baller. Jackson Dart's
2, but 3 touchdowns, baby. Put some respect on my running back's name. Just kidding.
I told you we should have drafted him.
That dude has heart.
Dude, he just plays with a passion, bro. You love to see a player that plays for the love of the game. He loves playing. He wants to headbutt the shit out of you and put you in CTE before he gets it. Yeah. That's all he cares about.
Bro, his legs drive he don't miss leg day, bro. Like, he has 3-4 dudes constantly.
Dude. And my favorite is he still treats it like college, where he doesn't run out of bounds. He puts his head down and just slams into the next guy. My favorite, dude. That's what I like to see. That's good to see. That was exactly what I told you he was going to be before.
Yeah,
we talked about
conversation. I remember.
You agreed.
Yeah, I did agree. Yes, I was never a hater against Scatterbo.
Oh no, I was like, man, that boy's going to be a freaking force to be reckoned with.
I just needed some reassurance of what I was seeing with Scatterbo, so that's why we had the conversation back.
Oh yeah, of course. You
know what I mean?
Always gotta get that. Always gotta answer. Gotta answer the question.
Love it. Jackson Dart, dude. God.
Dude, we'll see how he develops. As we're not getting on the high horse of putting him up here.
He was kind of
he's very. I'll give him praise. I'll give him his flowers. How about that? Throw some flowers. Where's it at? Do we even have that up? Yeah, only you have those.
Big time players, make big time plays. Jackson Dart,
give Jackson Dart some flowers. Give Scatterbo some flowers, all right. But Jackson Dart,
defense some flowers.
Rookie quarterback that everybody laughed in the Giants' face, including me. We laughed in the Giants' face for passing. Guilty, brother, guilty. I told you I'll never lie to your face. I know what I said, and I said what I meant, and I meant what I said, and I was wrong.
I was wrong.
For now, but I'll tell you what, Jackson Dart, I'll give him a lot of praise. His presence in the pocket currently is freaking great. Like I was a little envious watching him just be a slight step ahead of the next defender. He paused, set his feet, bam, slide up, set his feet. Knows he's got pressure, he slides left, starts running, and then he gets out the pocket, goes for a first down. But the whole time he was set for making the throw. Like he was going to be able to make any throw that if it was there, it was going to make it. And I was envious because I feel like Bo is still working on that. and he's learning how to be very pocket presence and footwork savvy. But so my flowers go to Jackson Dart for looking like a freaking pro in his first 2 starts.
Yeah. I like it, dude. I like it. Okay, we're going to get into another quick segment, and then we'll close out the show with the sponsor and like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Beat it out here, should be on fire. Yeah, should be on fire, on fire.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, rapid fire. This is where we go quickly through questions. First question, George and I will ask each other. Evan Ingram, do we see him increase his role increased in this offense, starting with this game?
Yes, I'll answer your question and we'll get to Jay's comment because we're in rapid fire segment real quick. So yes, Evan Ingram will start getting utilized a little bit more. I don't expect it to be expansive immediately, but I do expect to see him start getting more play designs for him where Adam Troutman was getting those quick balls, right? Adam Troutman's catching all these quick passes on the outside for God only knows why, and Sean Payton. So yeah, I do expect to see him getting more involved as the year continues to go on, and we're now, coming into that next week of the season, that week 5.
Next question: Do
Week
the
6.
Eagles miss the playoffs? We discussed earlier behind the scenes of the hard schedule coming up. What does that schedule look like, bro? Like, do they miss the playoffs?
Man, that schedule is crazy. They have a schedule that is not very nice. So I mean, I told you earlier they play the Packers, they play the Bills,
Packers. Okay, Vikings, Giants.
Vikings, yep. Commanders. They play the Giants again still. They play the Bears and the Chargers. And with the way they're playing right now, they could be in some deep water to potentially miss the playoffs. But right now, I'm not comfortable saying they'll miss the playoffs. But I'm going to say they don't win the division.
Who's the biggest? Next question: Who's the biggest threat for the Broncos to take the AFC West? I know we're looking at the standings. Chiefs lost to Jacksonville. Speaking of flowers, I'm going to give you your flowers. George, on a couple episodes ago, did say that Jacksonville would beat the Chiefs. I did too on the timeline on Twitter. But anyways, let's rapid fire.
You say it live. You say it live like me.
Okay, so who's the biggest threat now? Because you're looking at the division, and it's
looking at the division, I'm gonna still say the Kansas City Chiefs are our biggest threat because they've proven to be the team that can get it done in those situations. They haven't, right? They blew it against the Jags. Trevor Lawrence fell down twice on the goal line, and they didn't touch him. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, baby Jesus. I appreciate that. But right now, I can't say that anybody else is threatening more so than the Chiefs. They will get Rashee Rice back.
Okay.
And that offense can pick up on a whim. It depends, but not necessarily that they're going to be a great offense. It's the closing the games.
Okay.
If they can have the ball last in their hands, they're dangerous if it's close. So I would still say they're the biggest threat. But you already know I still got us winning that division.
I do too.
And we're beating the Chiefs in Arrowhead this year on Christmas Day, just like I said. It might not be for the division, but it still might be for the division.
Yeah, good job. No, that was good.
I would say rapid fire for you. Where do you want to see RJ Harvey's role go? Do you want to take his role away and give JK the toe? Just let him roll because he's killing it?
I want to keep RJ. I want to see a little bit more volume from RJ Harvey. What he's been averaging, about 10? I'd like to see him get about 15 touches, and 5 of those maybe involved in the passing game would be nice. It's always nice to have like a change of pace, a home run threat. As the J.K. Dobbins, beats up those defensive linemen. calling him what it is. That's what he's
He's
been
a little,
doing.
little battering ram, you know.
Yeah, bro. Like Cody, we talked with Cody earlier. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara-esque, duo.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I want that.
And I would say, how do you feel
And if
about
it's our
Troy
offense.
Franklin? How do you feel about Troy Franklin after the last couple of weeks? It's been, we had the one big game, and then it's been a little quiet.
It has, but the defense has been like, not really giving the over the top kind of stuff, lately, the way they've been covering us, cover two. So I would say Troy Franklin, you can see him integrated maybe a little bit more, like maybe some mesh concepts, maybe, dig routes, in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Oh, that's great. That's great. My last one, I would say, this is going to be a tough one. Is it time to panic on Bo Nix? He has the worst passing percentage completion over 10 yards. It's sad. He's 30th and 32nd.
If this was his third season, I'd hit the panic button. This is his second season. We dealt with injuries, now that Evan Ingram's kind of back, maybe going into full circle with being involved in this offense. Maybe now that Sean's getting utilizing his guys a little better in this offense, I could see, Bo get that what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank right now. Just lost my train of thought. I can see Bo get better. I'm
right there with you. I'm not gonna panic. I'm concerned. But I want to see. I want to see how it pans. Yeah, we can be concerned, but I want to see how it pans out. How does he finish the year? Because last year he left us with no doubts. Yeah. And then going into the third year, I would just hope to not see the first 4-game slump again.
Right.
But if he can repeat what he did and just continue to get better every week, and we're winning these games, we had our first game winning drive against a Super Bowl champion team. That's Bo Nix. That's the Bo Nix we need. Good.
And through these through these 4 games have been better than last season's 4 games. So there is progression there. There is some progression. So let's not hit the panic button, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Totally. Not hit the panic button, but we can be concerned. All right.
Yes, 100%. Hey, that's great stuff. Oh, let's get Jay in here. That the Giants game is going to be fire, bros. George, will you be there? The bros will be there together.
The bros will be there, bro.
The Broncos Bros will be in appearance. Dak himself is flying out next Friday.
Not like the Eagles, but I'm soaring out. Let them go.
Soaring out like a duck. I hope it's not duck season. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. You're so mean. Oh, you're mean, man.
Oh, shoot. But, Jay, let us know. Are you going to be at the game, man? If you are, make sure you pull up because, the bros are going to we're going to
be there in style.
We're going to be there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What else we got?
There with Johnny.
Let's go. LFG.
LFG.
I'd say the baby. This is the family show.
It's a family show. All right. It's not Broncos Bros After Dark. Not yet. I mean, it is after dark already.
It's after dark.
Well, we'll link up, obviously. We'll be there. So much love. We appreciate everybody being here. We appreciate all the love. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We're less than 60 subscribers on YouTube to get a chance to win a Bo Nix jersey, guys. So make sure you guys do that. And
we appreciate that.
Have a great time, of course. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Orange and Blue Network, Facebook, X, YouTube. Listen on Spotify.
Over to YouTube and subscribe.
Check out all our other shows, of course. We got plenty to see here. Tuesdays with Jay and Johnny, Doc and JT on Wednesdays. You got Isaiah. Wednesdays, and Fridays on the Blitz. We got Broncos Talk. We got them all, man. Catch them all. Viva Los Broncos. They had to cancel tonight, but that is okay. Catch the pregame shows. We're getting there. And while you're at it, get you a dubby. All right.
Get you a W.
Get you a W with our
Giants
sponsor
W.
here. Big old giant W. But no, it's a good supplement. You know, no sugars, no calories, no fillers, anything like that. It's really good for you. We're about the W's, no multidextrins. Dak loves that word. Get you the
Makes me feel smart.
yeah, he's like, I like to say that word.
Dextrin, hello. Anyways. Well, you check it out. Use code
check it out.
N10 for a 10% off for your order at checkout, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself some s'mores. George loves when I bring up the s'mores.
Get you the s'mores. Get you the s'mores, man.
This was good, bro.
It's s'more season, so you know I'll be making plenty of those for the kiddos.
This was a great show. Shout out to Cody. Much love. Gave us some great.
Shout out to Cody Roark for being on the podcast, man. That's much love. He doesn't have to do that. You know, he doesn't have to do that for us, so we appreciate that greatly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap for a Friday night. I know y'all probably have other things to do, but thank y'all for tuning in. And remember, do you even Broncos, bro? Mile high salute.
Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos Bros on the mic, let the whole world know. So tune in tight as we break it down slow. Broncos Bros forever, let the whole world know. Do